Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Luke, the Oxman React, and it's time for us to check out more An Idiot Abroad. The first two episodes were really, really funny. China was by far the best. The India episode, it was... Carl, there was a lot more frustration. Like, it was really getting to him. You could see, you know, the honeymoon suite in that shithole hotel. It really got to him. He hated it. And I felt sorry for him because, you know... He's aware that this is a prank. He knows that Ricky and Stephen are behind this. He knows that they're going to make it bad for him. But still, you know, all TV shows that travel, you know, Top Gear is a great example. In the episode, you see them going through tough stuff, but you know that they're staying in a magnificent 5-star hotel when the cameras are off. You just know that. I think the only episode of Top Gear where one of them actually continued in the hardship that was the main part of the episode was when they put Richard Hammond on a mountain in Canada with the Breitling watch, where if you take the pin out it alerts a Leosar control centre and you can be found from anywhere in the world. He actually stayed there on top of a mountain overnight surrounded by bears and God knows what else. So, yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so, you kind of have an idea with shows like this. Yeah, alright, they're suffering when everything's going on, but then when the cameras are off, you think, oh yeah, he'll be in a comfy bed having a nice meal, a 3-course meal, a few beers. But that's not the case with this, I don't think. He's going in straight at the deep end everywhere he goes. So, it is real, it is raw, and it was getting to him, and I can't blame him. I would absolutely hate it, because... I mean, in the India episode, up to that point, he hadn't done too bad. He hadn't been made to do anything tough. I know Carl's Carl, and he's not, you know, he's out of his comfort zone as soon as he steps out of his front door, but he hadn't had it that bad up to that point. You know, he'd stayed in that beautiful hotel that was like a tent on the side of the Ganges, and, you know, he'd been to this really interesting place with all those guys they were all naked, but, you know, it's, for people travelling, they love all that kind of stuff. I know he hates it, but up to that point, it hadn't been too tough. But it's tough for him. It's Carl. He hates everything. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do to him in this one. So, yeah, let's get into episode 3 of An Idiot Abroad. This is Jordan. He's going to Jordan. This show's in 2006, isn't it? Was it at war then? Yemen and Jordan. I can't remember. Anyway, so let's get into this. So yeah, leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, subscribe, follow the Facebook page, and check out the Patreon, $1 a month you can join from. Let's do this.
The 7 Wonders of the World. Christ.
Is it the same intro every time? Right, we know this.
Carl Pilkington.
I don't know the politically correct term. Moron. I think he is a round, empty-headed chimp-like.
Yeah, we know this. This is the intro.
Only think of it from a corner. I
want to get the time of these reactions down a bit, because the longer they are, the less likely people are to watch them.
This place in the film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Petra in Jordan, extraordinary ancient city carved into the rock.
Yeah,
I've seen
I suppose it's like cladding for a cave in a way. It's an impressive entrance.
I mean, I'd love
Cladding for a
I'd
cave.
love that to be my house.
Would you?
That'd be amazing.
But what I say about things like this is, you're better to be in the cave across from it, where you're looking at that. You're getting a nice view. The people living in this are looking at my hole. Do you know what I mean? I always think that about nice houses and stuff. You're better off in the council block across the road.
Because you're looking at a stately
Because you're
home.
looking at the niceness. They're looking at the grimness.
Yeah, but you're living in the grimness.
We haven't seen the inside for a start. You're saying that's amazing. I'm saying it looks good from the outside. That's the sort of thing that, on an estate agent, you'll go, let's go and see that. But then you go, hang on a minute, why hasn't it been sold yet? There's a reason. The inside's not that good.
Well, let me know. Let me know if it's worth buying. And also, what does it face?
Yeah.
If there's a shack across the road, I'm not buying it. I'll buy the shack.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
All right, Carl, it's Steve, mate. Now, obviously, I know that you were intending to head to Jordan, but Rick and I were chatting, and we just thought it seemed mad for you to go all the way to the Middle East without stopping off in Israel.
Singapore Airlines. Don't ask me how I know that. Wait, what did he say?
In Israel. Thought it seemed mad for you to go all the way to the Middle East without stopping off in Israel.
Oh, right, okay.
The Holy Land, Carl, alright? So we've arranged for you to stop off there, enjoy it, absorb it, let it get under your skin, mate, report back. Enjoy. Bye.
When I started this off, there was no mention of coming to places like Israel. 7 wonders of the world, that'll be all right. Where are they? Nowhere dangerous. Jordan. Oh, they're in Jordan. Oh, what are we doing here? Israel's bad news.
Yeah.
I don't know why we just couldn't go straight.
Yeah, in 2006, Israel was a very dangerous place. I mean, it still is, you know, it's kind of kicked up a lot in the last couple of years again, Iraq and Israel. You know, I'm starting to notice it in the news a lot more, again, like I used to back in those days. I mean, you know, I was 10 when this came out, so I wasn't seeking things out, but I still saw the news, and I remember a lot of the stories being about the Iraq War, the Israel-Iraq War, and then it kind of disappeared, because ISIS popped up out of nowhere, and they kind of focused on that, and then everything else that's happened since then, but you're starting to see it a bit more now. But yeah, back then,
See the wonder.
Israel was a no-go.
Home. When we went to India, there was none of this. We went straight there. There was no stopping off. Let's just nip to Afghanistan. There was none of that. Straight there. So why are we messing about here?
Oh, you'll be
It's not
alright.
that bad, but all I
I'm gonna
know
put
is
you in the
whenever I hear
safe
about
zone.
Israel is problems. That's
Yeah.
all I see on the news. They never have and finally, you know, a happy story. The world's largest marrow has been grown in Israel. It doesn't happen that.
The world's largest marrow! I love the random shit that his mind just goes to. Oh my god. I just need to spend a day in the mind of this man. It'd be amazing.
It's never a fun story. It's
It'd be like Elton John on acid. It'd be amazing.
kicking off again. I sort of feel like that relationship that bloke had, you know, the one who climbed a mountain and ended up cutting the rope of his mate. That's what Steve's like, he's cutting the rope here. He's leaving me dangling in shit.
I don't know what he means by that.
It's doing me head in this place. Do you know what I mean? You've got blokes walking around with guns. I just feel like I'm constantly on alert. Because
Do you know what's funny? Right. Yeah, alright, the people... there's people walking around with guns everywhere here. And the big rifles, but it's only like walking around America. It'd be the exact same thing if you went to somewhere like Texas. The only difference is, it's like concealed carry, so you don't see the guns. But everyone's still got a gun. Basically everyone. I mean, what is it? Is it 87 guns for every 100 people in America? Or it was a few years ago, it'll be even higher now. It's only like America. You can the only difference in Israel is, you know, they're soldiers, so they openly carry them. But it's only like America.
there's an edginess to it, isn't there?
But yeah, I get what he means. I don't like to be surrounded by people with guns either.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
What the fuck?
من انت؟ ارجع 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 يا مخوي
Mate, I can't breathe. Fucking hell, my back.
Fucking hell me back. That'd be me. That'd be me. If that happened to me, that'd be me. On me back. He must know about. They must have told him that they were going to do this. I mean, the amount of panic. You're a random white English guy in the middle of Israel being followed around by a white camera crew. And then a bunch of fucking Asian men wearing the things screaming Allahu Akbar just grab you and throw you in a cab. That panic could cause a heart attack. He must have been told about this. They can't just do this and not tell him. You're risking the man's life here. He's not exactly young, is he? Fucking hell! You can't do this to Carl!
My head. I can't breathe. Fucking hell, my back.
Fucking hell, me back!
Fucking hell.
All right, Carl, Steve here. I forgot to mention to you that me and Ricky have arranged some extreme scenario training. Obviously, you're in quite a sort of volatile region, you need to be prepared in the event of a kidnapping.
What? I don't know what you're saying. Stop hitting me on the head.
So there'll be a team of people who'll just jump out at you at some point when you least expect it.
Hello, boy.
And sort of train you on how to react and how to behave. All right, hope you get this message before it happens.
I can't believe this. What the fuck? This is...
Be good.
Be good! I'm being good!
Talk to me. Hang on a minute. Are you English? You English? Yes, talk to me. Who are you? What do you want? What are you doing with the Israelis? I'm just here on a holiday. Yes, on a holiday. You are a spy. I'm not. You're a fucking spy. I'm not a fucking spy. You're a fucking spy, Israeli spy.
I'm not a fucking... You're a fucking spy! I'm not a fucking spy, mate! This is brilliant! Oh my god!
I'm not a fucking spy! I'm not a fucking spy! Who is your manager? What is the number of him? It's in my mobile. What mobile? What is the number of him? I don't know. I don't even know my mum and dad's number.
What is the number of your manager? I don't know. I don't even know my mum and dad's number. Oh my god, I got a spin for that. Wow, that is Oh, Jesus! Same. I don't know anybody's phone number but my own. I don't. The only numbers I know off by heart are 999 and my own. NHS 111. 101 for police and on emergency. That's it. I don't know any other numbers. Just because I've never had to memorise them. I've grown up with phones, so I never needed to. But fuck me!
Fucking number of the Shabak. Who are you giving all this shit? To Sky. Sky. Sky 1. HD. Sky 1. Well, that's who we're giving all this shit to.
Look at his face!
Pretty frightening.
You know that most of the people... Sorry. Yeah, this is real.
You know, I mean, the adrenaline, I was shaking for about 15 minutes after
bet it was.
that happened. But it makes me realise that I haven't got a clue, really.
You have to know by heart a telephone number of the back office of you, that you are going to call them and tell them the secret word that you decided before. You said the secret word. That means he knows that you are under danger.
There's no secret word. Nothing.
It should be.
I haven't got one. Honestly, I'm not messing around. No one has given me a word.
It should be.
I don't know.
No one has given me a word. That's true though. If you go somewhere like back then when you were going to somewhere like Israel, even if you were just a traveller, you did have to arrange that with someone back here. You had to say, right, if I call you and say this word, that means that I've been kidnapped or something. Call somebody, call Interpol or whatever. You did have to do that back then, and you probably still do now if you go to certain places in this area like Syria and Iraq. Jesus Christ. I feel bad for him. That's awful. The fact that they did that to him without telling him. They could have told him and still done it. It'd have still been scary. You know, because they made it real. They had him pinned down on the ground, tying him up and threw him in a fucking car. That's real. That's real. That's a kidnapping. Whether you know or not. Even if you know about it, it's still it's... Come on. Jesus Christ, his heart.
Number to call, and I'd have to call Suzanne up to say I'm in a bit of bother. I wouldn't want to panic her straight away.
They're shooting.
I'd say, how is everything? And they say, right, listen, bit of a problem.
Okay.
I was taken away. She'd probably start going, what do you mean? I go, shh, quiet, I've only got low battery.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Shh, don't shout because they can hear me.
Where? What country? Where?
I mean, well, you know where I am.
Where?
You never listen to me, you see. You keep going on about your...
Where are you?
I'm in Israel.
In Israel? What?
You're right.
Where are
You
you?
never
You're
listen
right.
to me.
You're right, we haven't sorted anything out. You're right.
Carl, this is not the time for a domestic.
I mean, I'm clueless, but I didn't know I was coming to Israel. The fact that they teach that stuff here means that it does go on. I mean, that wasn't all set up for me, was it?
That's proper training, that's
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah, it is.
Surely they want, you know, why would they have me? What can I offer? They call the embassy up, say, we've got Carl Pilkington here. Who? Oh, I've got no record of him.
See, he's like me, he thinks nothing of himself. You know, I'm the same, but the difference between me and him is he's a rich white guy. They're worth the weight in gold in Israel. They can trade you for a lot of fucking money. You know, you don't have to be rich. They kidnap anybody in these countries, anybody from the West. All you need is one person, and then you're sitting on a fortune. But Carl's, you know, he's rich. He's somebody. He's a celebrity. If that was real, they could have got a lot for him. So I know he's like me, he puts himself down, but you know, no ego. I'm the same, but that's just not right. That's not true, is it? If he'd been kidnapped, you could have traded him for a couple of million easily. And that's all they care about.
I don't think it'd even make the news. I'd probably get in the local paper in Manchester if it was a light news day. Carl Pilkington, Manchester,
Light
he's
news day.
stuck in a hut somewhere in Israel.
Go, 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 go! Don't!
Oh, you lucky bastard!
The other side! Go to the door! Stay there! Good!
Fucking hell, he's good with a pistol, isn't he?
Okay! How you feel?
Knackered.
I know he's holding him, but
Yeah.
he's got good control over that. Oh, you have no idea how much I want to do that. I want to go to a gun range and shoot real gun... And not an English gun range where they give you fucking air rifles. I mean a real... I want to do it properly, like in America, but you're not allowed.
Good!
I feel like I'm watching Keanu Reeves train for John Wick. He's really good. Have you seen that viral video, Keanu Reeves training for the John Wick films? That's what made me want to watch him, but I didn't.
Okay! How you feel?
Knackered.
Huh?
Yeah. Did that look good?
Yeah!
This guy is waiting for you in the corner.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw the gun or not, though. He looks like he's from Liverpool. I thought he's up to no good.
Yes.
He looks like a Scouser.
Yeah. Looks like a Sacha Baron Cohen character.
What is this all about? You know, I thought I was seeing the wonders of the world. I thought I was on my way to see Petra in Jordan. The plane lands, I'm in Israel.
How old is that?
Not Jordan, you know, where the wonder is. Israel. Yesterday I spent a day getting a bag put over my head. And then you turn around and say, oh, well, you might need that, you know, with being in Israel. Well, don't have me in Israel then.
Yeah.
Then it can't be that dodgy, can it? Because look at all the tourists. They sort of relax me a little bit, I think. Because you don't queue up to go into a danger zone.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of people about with guns. You know, is it all part of it, though? Do they do that for the tourists? Does it make the tourists feel like, oh, it's a bit edgy, but really, he's not going to kick off?
Wow, I love how similar he is to me. These are the sort of questions I'd be asking if I were there. You know, all these soldiers walking past the tourists with their guns. Are they just doing it because we're here? I'd be asking the exact same questions. I know Israel's a dangerous place, but he's right. All these tourists here from all different countries, you can tell just, you know, some are white, some are sort of Asian tan. I think I saw like a properly like African shade of black. You know, so people from everywhere. So if they're just there, stood in the queuing up, it can't be that bad. That's the logic I'd go to. Yeah. Very.
Can't work out. At the end of the day, I'm just not that into religion. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't excite me. I don't need it in my life. But because
same.
I'm here, you know, Steve's sort of saying, well, you might as well see some of it. I said, well, like what? He said, well, the Wailing Wall. I said, you what? He said, the Wailing Wall. It's really popular over there. So I'm going to go and look at a wall. This is all new to me. It's not like I've come here with any idea of what this is about. I've no idea. They all seem to be doing different things, you know. Some are kissing the wall. He's nodding at it. People sticking bits of paper in.
Wow.
And there's bits of rubbish in there. There's some sort
Kids
of
there as well.
insurance thing. Oh, sorry. There's like a form of that insurance or something stuck in it.
That's something else you just don't see in this country. Kids going to like a religiously significant place and taking part in something like a ritual like this. There, you know, you just don't see that. Like all the churches in my town, whenever you drive past them on Sundays, it's always old people coming out or going in. You never see a kid. So that's really interesting to me. I know this is a long time ago. It's nearly 10 years old, this. 20 years old. But still, it's this century. Mind you, what did kids have to distract them at this point? They had a PS2, maybe an iPod, and a Game Boy. So I suppose there was still... Yeah. And gaming wasn't really an addiction like it is now. It wasn't like a lifestyle like it is now. And you couldn't make money from it like you could now. And then when none of this, you know, becoming a YouTuber wasn't something that just anybody can do like I'm doing now. It was niche. So yeah, maybe these days you wouldn't see this as much.
That one. So they even get junk mail. There's junk mail in the wall.
Junk mail.
There's a weird one on the wall. It reminded me of like people who write to Jim will fix it. You know, you're not going to get an answer, or not everyone anyway. It's a waste of time. I always think about an alien.
Every time I hear him mentioned, I just feel ill. You know, the way people used to just talk about him just being a normal person on telly. It's so weird, isn't it?
For some reason they picked me and they go, Carl, you're our leader whilst we're here. Why do people do this in Israel? Don't know.
What's all this?
How do you explain that?
It's not what I thought it would be. Jerusalem. I had this vision in my head of a place where, you know, Jesus was knocking about on a donkey. That's been shattered now.
It's not what I thought it'd be, Jerusalem. I had this vision in my head of it being a place where Jesus is knocking about on a donkey. True, yeah. I remember the school play. That's what we were singing. Little donkey, little donkey. You remember that one? Oh, those were the days.
And everywhere you go,
Oh.
Jesus was knocking about on a donkey. That's been shattered now. And everywhere you go, there seems to be some other religious people coming out of the woods somewhere. It's like Pac-Man, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You go down a little alley thinking this will be quiet down here, and then a load of stuff comes at you. Nothing's ever easy, is it? You know, Steve said he sorted me out with a lift to get back to the hotel. Well, that's nice of him. And then this lot turned up.
Is he in with all that lot? All that?
That's all I want to do. I want to go around this car or another car every day and make people happy. Why not?
This is what we do in traffic jam.
Fair enough.
They were nice enough lads and that, but doing that is dangerous. And there's enough danger here, you know, with, you know, bombs going off or blokes walking about with guns. I don't need to add more danger to
He hates it. He just hates
on a
it.
busy road.
You know how many smiles we're gaining right now? We're saving lives right now. Somebody that was maybe depressed, he wanted to commit suicide, now he's smiling, now he doesn't want it.
She's not smiling.
I see a sticker from this. See a sticker?
Yeah.
She's not smiling.
She's terrified. She's terrified. She's going, for God's sake. She went like that and locked the door.
That's a public
All right, the lights are changing. Lights, 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 lights! Oh, we're not getting out again. Where are you going? And it took ages, didn't it? You know, I mean, I might as well have got on a bus. You know, at least a bus has less stops than they do. I mean, at every 100 yards they were getting out and having a dance.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's great.
Come on with us, just for a bit, come on.
2 minutes.
2 minutes! Oh, they're dragging him into this. Ah!
On a corner. Couldn't pick a dangerous spot.
Could have picked a more dangerous spot. Look at him! like your old drunk uncle at a wedding. He's running away.
I felt a bit bad about jumping out and legging it, but I don't like dancing, do I? You know, I don't dance at weddings.
He's actually running away. I thought I was just joking. He's actually.
I mean, you're right. There is a lot of misery in the world.
He's actually
That doesn't help me. That's making me worse. They're causing all that bibbing. Do you know what I mean? Someone's trying to get to hospital. The grand's dying. They're in the road. Hey, get out the fucking road.
Get out the fucking road. Interesting parallel with today. Just Stop Oil protesters. Do you realise how many people have died because they've blocked a car on their way taking someone to hospital or an ambulance? Fucking hate them. I can't wait for this summer. Someone's going to finally run them over and I hope I see it. Run one of them over. I hope I see it. I'll be so... I was...
Steve
The
this morning,
smile...
and he said, oh, get yourself over to Bethlehem, see where baby Jesus was born.
Bethlehem?
Bit of a problem there. I found out it's in Palestine, which, you know, that's another place I've heard nothing but bad news about.
Yeah.
Plus I've got to get over a massive wall to get to it. It's just ugly. And it goes on for miles. I mean, they're not messing about, are they? I kind of thought, I bet there's somewhere you can sneak under it or over it, or... But there's no way.
Well, you've got to call London before we go over, mate.
The person you are calling
That's good.
is unable to take your
The man in charge of making sure I'm safe.
To record your message, key hash at any time.
Isn't answering.
All right, Richard, it's Carl, about to go over the border. If you don't hear from us in 4 hours, it's all gone tits up. I mean, that's
Jewish, man.
that sums him up. He's always on the phone. So of all the people to have as our emergency number, you know, calling 999, it's engaged. Sums him
So,
up.
basically what we're about to see here is Carl crossing the border from Israel to Palestine. I've never seen this before. I've heard things about it, like, if you look a certain way, it's very difficult. Basically how Carl looks. Because they think, oh, you could be a soldier and undercover, you could be an Israeli agent or something, yeah. That's what I've heard.
That checkpoint was a bit weird, wasn't it? I mean, I sort of felt guilty, even though I hadn't done anything. I've got a Palestinian fella meeting me called Case.
Just a turnstile.
Yeah, but I think I'm meeting someone.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Case.
You can just walk in.
How was it?
Depressing. Honestly, I didn't think it would have that effect on me. I'm not that sort of person, really.
You know, if you're passing here every day, it's not depressing. If you're waking up every morning and seeing this ugly concrete stuff in front of your eyes, then it's...
Activists.
Depressing.
Getting involved in things that has nothing to do with them, probably. It'll be some privileged middle-class twat from Shepherd's Bush called Tarquin that's written that. Never been affected by any of this in his fucking life.
This is my car.
They're all the same.
Huh?
Same with Just Stop Oil. They're all like that. They're all privileged upper-class twats that live in the fancy boroughs of London in £1 million flats called Tarquin. Using yoga mats made out of fucking oil.
Safe?
Yeah, of course it's safe. I have insurance.
Wow.
Are these for us?
Yeah, it's a gift from the Holy Land.
Oh,
it makes holy music.
I don't think that when I'm playing it.
Yeah, same.
See, there's nothing like that at home.
There's nothing like that.
The only holy that you'd get out of the music I play for that is holy shit, stop.
No, we have a congestion charge that caused a little bit of fuss. If you drive into London, you have to pay £8. Everybody was like, this is an outrage. But it's nothing compared to this. Honestly,
this is costing the people more than £8, man. This is costing them their future.
Is it going to be busy in there?
Well, check it out. Did you close your door well?
Yeah. Is anyone going to nick it?
So from Israel to Palestine, they've gone from Judaism to Islam, basically, in terms of the country, the society, and the dominant religion. It's a big change.
So don't worry.
People who are into religion shouldn't be nicking cars.
Minaret, yeah.
So why are these a big deal then? Why are we bringing these here?
Because the shepherds came to the site of birth carrying flutes. Watch your head, man.
Interested? It's in English.
Anything you need, you can ask.
I do.
The flute says.
No, you cannot.
The flute says, and the shepherds came to the site of birth carrying flutes.
Whatever you cannot, use it inside, okay?
We just carry it.
Can't use it inside.
This is where Jesus was born.
Right there.
Right there.
What?
On this rock.
Are you allowed to touch it?
You can touch it, you can kiss it.
No way! That's where Jesus was born! How do they know that?
It's a tradition.
No fucking way! No! No! What? What? Oh my god! Why does that keep happening? I say something and then they say it straight away. But see, how do they know that? How do they know that's where he was born? Nobody even knows where he's buried, where his body is. So how can they know where he was born? They're not even sure he actually existed. I mean, there's like, not evidence, but things that suggest both that he did or he didn't exist. You know? But it's more that he did. They're pretty sure he did exist. But no one knows where he's buried. No one knows where he ended up after he was crucified. So how can they know where he was born? And how can they have the rock that he was born on? Or that he was born on a rock? I don't... See, this is the thing with history, you know, the archaeologists, they'll pick up a piece of stone and say, oh, that's 25 million years old. How the fuck can they know that? There's not a sell-by date on it, is there? Or a watch or a stopwatch? I just don't get how they work this shit out. How can they know that?
On this rock.
Are you allowed to touch it?
You can touch it, you can kiss it, you can... I think that's all you can do with it.
How do they know that?
It's an oral tradition saying that this is the place. But does Jesus want us to come here and see where was he born and touch the stones and go crying and blah, blah, blah? I don't think so.
No. I think I'm with you on that.
Also, very interesting how such a sacred... The most important... Well... the most sacred of sacred places in Christianity is in a predominantly Islamic country. You know? Because, you know, I'm not, you know, trying to offend anybody. It's just facts. You know, you can read it for yourself. It's there in black and white. It's in print. They believe that their religion is the only religion, just like all other religions, and it tells them, you know, our religion is the only one. Strive to make sure that that's how it stays, and everybody else chooses to follow us as well. And if they don't, I'm talking about Islam, by the way, and if they don't, you know. So, very interesting that this place exists there, you know. I mean, I don't bother with religion at all. And that's one of the reasons why I don't bother with religion, because of things you hear about all religions. It just causes trouble. It just causes division, chaos, even war in some cases. Well, case in point, we're in Israel and Palestine. But, yeah, I just find that quite interesting, you know. Then again, I'm pretty sure Jesus is... he's one of the prophets of Islam or something, or one of the messengers. A lot of people don't know that. He's actually... What is it? He's got something to do with Islam. But I can't remember what it is. He's like one of the approved prophets or something. I can't remember what it is. If there's anybody who knows watching, then please do remind me. But he's definitely in Islam, you know, he's... How do I put it? Verified as, you know, they say he's a good prophet, something like that, you know what I mean?
Little donkey.
Oh my, I said this at...
I'd say the only time I've had religion in my life was playing Little Donkey at school. And my mate Wayne, he was Catholic, and he said, oh, do you want to go and do this? And I was like, piss off. And he said, right, you just swore, if you don't come with me to church, I'm going to tell your mum that you told me to piss off. So I had to go with him. And in the end, I got chucked out for bouncing a tennis ball, sort of, in the church. That's been about it.
You can't do that in a church.
I think I got more of a feeling from that wall than I did from where Jesus was born. Yet people are going in there sort of like, oh, you want to go over there? That's where you're going to have a tea. It
means a lot to them. Interested to see a more compassionate side from Carl, though. You know, him talking about the wall. That's something you don't get to see a lot. You know, he is like this completely numb robot. He's just... yeah, he's just like this hard metal shell that imagine a load of people throwing like stones at a big thick metal shell, and imagine each one of those person's stones is like things that he moans about, you know, oh, this and that, you know, nothing gets through to him. So yeah, you don't see that a lot. Don't show I know he's a good man. He's a good guy. He's not a completely heartless, inhuman monster, is he? He's just not. He just...
And we're only just going to the Wonder. But,
he's just...
I was looking in the guidebook.
Not the most enthusiastic.
I went past the Dead Sea this way. It's just been nice for me to have a bit of a restful day. Ricky doesn't even need to know. Looks quite good. I'm not a great swimmer. The good thing with the Dead Sea is you just float about in it.
Yeah, it's full of salt.
Loads of salt in it.
Yeah.
It's another experience, isn't it? It's one of life's little wonders. A proper wonder, a natural wonder, which is the sort I like, really.
If you're going in it, though, make sure that you haven't got a single cut on your body, because you'll fucking know about it if you have. Is he going in?
It's not too busy, either. I thought it'd be a right tourist trap.
It is at certain times.
Something that I read in the book. This is the lowest place on the world. I know we don't normally have sort of information on this programme and that, like not proper stuff anyway, but that's a little bit. It's the lowest place. This is, you can't get lower than this.
Really?
I don't know why. I don't even know if it's true, but that's what I've read.
I don't even know if it's true, I just read it. Basically, the internet in a nutshell.
Right. Whatever I'm doing, I've got to do it quick, because that is so hot.
What's hot? The water?
It's really uneven.
Don't get it in your mouth.
Fucking hell, you really do, you know. Look at that.
Wow.
I don't even have to, like, do anything. This is ace.
Carl, what's going on with your belly button, mate?
What the fuck is that? Is that a fag end?
Is that a fag end?
Or was that someone's gauze? It looks like someone's gobbed in here. Fucking hell, it is as well.
Oh! Is it? Away, away.
Phone.
Phone.
Hello?
What's going on?
I'm just in the Dead Sea.
Floating around?
Yeah, just floating around with someone's gauze.
Oh.
There's old people in here just clearing the throats and that. I just had some in my belly button.
Oh, that is disgusting.
So that's what's floating above. Christ knows what's floating under me. Maybe that's why I'm floating around. 90% looking...
Gauze.
90% guitar
I
or
was
whatever
going
it
to
is.
say taste it to see how salty it is, but don't.
It's nice, though. It's good, this.
Now,
it's good, this.
Carl, get out of the Dead Sea, put some clothes on, and do some fucking work.
I've been
You're not
doing
on
work.
holiday.
I've been doing work for 4 days. This is an experience still. It's good for the programme. I'm explaining to people how it's.
What is the stuff that they're putting on their face and their bodies?
Loads of salt in it.
I've never seen sun cream that looks like.
Yeah.
Good for your skin.
It's not good for your skin if you're covered in old people's vomit and shit.
No, that can't be good for your skin. Being surrounded by salt, it just can't be. How can that be good for your skin? Don't forget, your skin absorbs everything that touches it. And you're in a body of water that is, like, the majority of it's made up of sodium. So it's absorbing that. That's not good for you. It just isn't.
Phlegm and snot. I've never seen that on any Alan Wicker
Exactly.
show, or
Exactly.
Michael Palin.
This is the truth.
I got into the Dead Sea. Oh, there's old people gossiping.
There is.
This is not a travel show.
He sounded a bit pissed off that I was having a rest, didn't he?
Tell him to piss off. It's hard work. Oh my god, they're soldiers.
Passport?
That is really weird.
Where am I
isn't
going?
it?
Petra.
Just-
Yeah. Go. I can go.
Finally, we're in Jordan.
Yeah, it's good to be in Jordan, but we could have been here days ago, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Petra's only down the road. We could drive there. But Ricky's come up with this idea that, I meet a local bloke called Mohammed who's got a camel.
Oh my god.
How long's that going to take?
A long time.
Friend,
hello.
We need to cross this road.
And how many hours?
There's literally a truck, just 2 trucks. Just do it in the truck.
8 hours, 2 days, full days in the camels.
Fucking hell.
Fuck it up.
Would you like some music?
What kind of music you have?
It's just music, no singing. When I'm a little bit stressed, it calms me.
Oh my god.
Lady sing.
There's no singing, it's just a man on a clarinet.
It's quite relaxing, actually.
Nice, isn't it?
Very nice.
It's like easy listening.
You teach me English song, I'll teach you Bedouin song. How's it, my friend?
Good, yeah.
How's your ass now?
How's your ass?
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
You can see up here, it's going on for miles. Just doesn't make sense, does it? Why do people live in the middle of nowhere when you've got to travel that sort of distance to get to somewhere? Because he was saying some people have to do that once a week to nip to the shops, and they get a big order in, then carry it all the way back. Move then. Move closer to the shop or open a shop. What's it like where we...
Oh my god, that just reminds me of, I think it was Ricky, actually. He might have taken that from Ricky. I can't remember when he did it. It was a stand-up. I saw a clip from it. It was Ricky Gervais. He was on a stage, and he was talking about how, there's always adverts on British television about kids in Africa that have to walk 20 miles to go to school or get some water. And he just says, well, why don't they just move then? Move closer to the water or whatever. But I can't remember if it's before or after this. If it's before, then Carl's definitely, Or Ricky said, just slip this in if you get a chance. We're going to arrange for you to take a long journey. So it's a perfect opportunity to tell a joke like that. Just, yeah.
Staying tonight.
Maybe we found a Bedouin tents. Maybe be alone in the desert, in the sand dunes. Sometimes the Bedouins, they move. I don't know.
You must have a plan.
This is desert. We don't know what's the desert keep for us. We'll see.
Yeah, there's not much planning in a desert.
This camel's knackered.
It's knackered.
keeps stopping every 10 minutes.
That's not like a camel.
That could be a good camel. It's just sort of moaning, isn't it?
Just sort of moaning, isn't it? Come on, everybody.
Fucking sick of it.
Fucking sick of it.
We're gonna carry it now by the
van.
Yeah.
That was all weird though, wasn't it? It was like a breakdown, proper breakdown in a desert. They turn up, stick it on the back. No, it's knackered, it's going to cost you. But to be honest, it's a bit of luck that, because I've had enough. I'm up to here with this.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen a camel getting too tired. It just doesn't happen. That's the whole point of why they use them to cross deserts, because they don't drink water for days. You know, they're one of the most resilient animals in the world. Never seen that. Wow.
Camels have been around for years. The ships of the desert. That's what they're known as.
Yeah.
We've ended up with Titanic.
Thank God he said that, because I was just about to say something similar. I've said you basically ended up on the Titanic in that sense.
As long as it's not a major gale, I'm sure it'll be all right. He's got 14 kids. So, you know, knee stain's hardly an issue, is it?
You see how's the camel stand up?
Yeah, he's happy now, isn't he? You just strap the bag to his head.
Hello, boy.
Get in there.
Look, camels, look. Look. What's this?
Let's get this done. Get
Max.
the day done.
Max.
Get to bed.
What's this? Look.
Oh. These are all his sons.
Yeah,
Watch.
all sons.
But I'm not allowed to see the mother.
No.
At all.
Look, what's that?
Let's get this done. Get the
See
day
it?
done.
Look.
Get to bed. Oh.
Not interested, are you? He just.
These are all his sons.
He's absolutely dying in this weather. It's been like 28 degrees for a week now. Had enough of it, haven't you, mate? All right. Put you down. Yeah. He's had enough of it. I haven't. I'd have this all year. As long as it's cool at night, I'm happy.
Yeah, all sons.
But I'm not allowed to see the mother.
No.
At all. Not even to say hello. Thanks for having us.
No.
Yeah.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
No way.
Come here.
That's why the.
What about what
you
age?
see,
What about by accident?
that's why the house, it's covered.
But say if I go to the toilet.
Good boy.
I knock.
Come here.
I'm in here. She comes out, I see her. That's not her fault, that's my fault, so... Toilet.
Max, here. Come get some water. Max, water. Water. Look. Max, water. Here. Yeah. Drink. Good boy. Yeah. Drink. Good boy. Yeah, drink. Oh, fuck yeah. Put it on your head.
About by accident.
That's why the house, it's covered.
But say if I go to the toilet. I knock.
That's the toilet.
I'm in here. She comes out, I see her. That's not her fault, that's my fault, so... What happens then?
This is by mistakes, no problem.
That's fine, okay.
What was it?
Mr. Mohammed said, he said,
What
we
the
don't
hell
get
are they?
guests here, so be polite. But there was a big pot or something in there that looked like some sort of milk. I'm not seeing any cows, so I don't know where it's come from.
Oh.
Anyway, it's not being rude. It's just I don't want to eat it. I don't want to get ill. I'm surprised they don't want me to get ill.
Is that... Are they goat heads? Oh, that is disgusting. And it is just like, you know, when you... Shut up. When you put chicken in like a pot, it gets all this white stuff, doesn't it? Right, get out. You want to go downstairs? Go on then, go. Sorry, guys. It is really warm for him, so... Oh, that looks rank.
We're all sharing that little toilet. I'm in the middle of nowhere, honest to God. It's moon-like.
Now, hold on. How did you get there? Did you go by camel?
8 hours on a camel.
I bet you got a couple of big swollen humps, didn't you?
Well, I tell you, it's not funny. I mean,
It
I reckon I've done some damage. It was just long and it was hot.
That is quite a good description of a desert. It's long and hot.
Long and hot, yeah.
Well, it's just, that's what I'm saying though, there's nothing to look at. It's not like it's worth doing so many hours. After half an hour, you've seen
Yeah,
it.
but Carl, I think I can break this to you now. This wasn't for your amusement.
It was for ours, yeah.
And if you're having a bad time, bumping up and down on a camel, being dehydrated, with your testicles being battered, that's good entertainment.
Yeah,
for me,
it is.
I won you.
It's not though.
So this is what I'm giving back. This is what I'm giving back to society. You are my gift to the rest of the world.
Hang on a
Aww.
minute. Something's just fucking run up my leg. Can I call you tomorrow or something?
What is it? Spider,
Yeah, I'll see you
scorpion,
later.
snake, lizard?
What the fuck was that?
Goodbye.
See ya.
What is
Fucking
it?
hell. Can we just eat and go to bed? Right, look at this. Don't put too much of that on my bit. I can't have too much of that.
What is it?
The tank.
The what?
The tank. Tank for the goats.
You have it.
No.
Why?
Come on.
Oh, thank you.
Eat more.
Can we look at this?
It's a meat.
It's
It's
not
from
a
the
meat.
goat.
What bit is it though? That's not
Aye.
a meat.
This is the eye.
Aye, I'll tell you now. I've got a very bad gag reflex. Now, if I eat that and I start gagging, that doesn't look good either. They'll think I'm rude.
Oh, mate.
I start gagging. I'll tell you now. No, that's.
And they're just like, oh, God. I can't. Oh, no. I mean, yeah, all right. They're, what did you say? They're Bedouins. This is how they live. This is their life. They eat boiled goat. And they eat the eyes. But Jesus Christ. For me, as a Western, young English lad watching, well, youngish, nearly 30. 4 years off 30. Still nearly 30. Closer to 30 than 20. Anyway, yeah, oh, wow.
Eat.
This is the eye.
I can't eat eye. I'll tell you now. I've got a very bad gag reflex. Now, if I eat that and I start gagging, that doesn't look good either. They'll think I'm rude. This is a weird night out, isn't it?
What was that surrounding? It looks like mashed potato, like smash. Is it? And it had some kind of like green leaf herb something on it. Was it? Oh.
What time do we normally go to sleep?
Tonight you have a guest.
So what does that mean?
You, and he couldn't go sleep early.
No, he can't. He can't, honestly. I'm so tired. I'm shattered. I just want my bed, but what can you do? And with a family who doesn't understand me, I don't understand them. They're cooking food I don't like. Well, it's been hard work today, hasn't it? Are we actually going to get to Petra tomorrow, or what?
At least he's having a go. Taking part. Oh wow! Look at that. You just don't see that
wonder today.
here.
That's what I'm here for. I'm not in any mood for messing about. I didn't sleep that well last night. I had a rough day yesterday, 10 hours on the back of a camel in roasting heat. I've just spoke to Mohammed. He said we're not even quarter of the way there yet. I mean, does he think I'm going to be getting on a camel again?
Just checking the dog got downstairs.
We could have drove on this brilliantly yesterday, but we were on a camel instead.
Yeah.
We can now drive.
We don't have a car, my friend. We have a camels.
Yeah, but they broke down yesterday. Why can't we just get in that one?
Oh, we have to ride a camel.
We don't have to. I don't need to get on a camel again.
But we aren't half the way now.
The programme's an hour long. We've done 8 hours of filming on a camel.
Okay.
You do the math.
8 hours.
Going on a
You do the
fucking
math.
Camel again. I swear to God.
He's getting angry again.
We've talked about this.
I'm bored of arguing with you. If you're not listening, I'm not listening. I'm not going on a camel again.
Come on.
I'm not going on a camel again.
Why?
I'm not going on a camel again.
Why?
Do you know what? I stand with him on this. I won't want to go across the fucking desert on a camel when I've already done 8 hours of it. No. I mean, yeah, I'm doing a TV show for Sky and Ricky. This is what it's all about. You put me in situations, I don't like to make entertainment. But there's, pissing me off for a bit of entertainment, and then there's taking the piss with pissing me off. I've done 8 hours on a camel. That's enough. You're going to get plenty of fucking entertainment out of that, aren't you? Let me go in the car. I'm with him. I don't blame him. You fucking stand firm, Carl. You tell him. I've done 8 hours. That's long enough.
Not going on a camel.
Have one
Not
day
going on a
more.
camel again.
You tell him,
let's
Carl.
go with this.
Fucking damn right.
So how long will it be by car?
It's a couple of hours.
There you go. A couple of hours.
Camels. I mean, you've got to prefer this, haven't you?
Yeah.
So much nicer.
Air conditioning.
Yeah. I'll be in a good mood then when we see Petra, and I'll go, oh wow, amazing.
Thinking ahead. You don't want to ruin the mood he'll be in when he gets there. Wow, look at that.
So we're in now. This is the start of it, is it?
We are now in the beginning of the city of Petra. Okay, my friend, I have to leave you now. Nice to meet you, Carl.
See you again, yeah?
See you again.
Please key in the commentary number. 1. Welcome to Petra, a city half as old as time. The word Petra is Latin for rock.
Half as old as time.
300 BC, when it was known as Aitken.
He just said that, welcome to Petra. He said Petra is Latin for...
rock.
I forgot now.
Rock.
This is the problem with this.
I
There's too much to
remember.
take in. I mean, I didn't come here for a Latin lesson. I just want to know where the wonder is, and let's have a look at it.
Where the wonder is. Get me to the wonder.
10. El-Khazna, you are now face to face with one of the ancient world wonders and the most famous monument in Petra.
Wow.
The word in Arabic means treasury. You may recognize the facade. It is the site where the movie Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusade, among others, was filmed.
It does look like there's a big famous building in America, and it's got these at the front of it. Like there's dozens of them. It's just the entire facade of the front of the building is these, and you have to walk past them to get in the building. I don't know where it is or what the building is, but that's what it reminds me of. But that building, America, it's one of the youngest countries in the world as it is today. White America, civilized America. This was done... I don't even know how old this is. Did he say 300 BC this was done? I just heard him mention 300 BC. And it looks like something that the Americans have done a couple hundred years ago. It's fascinating. I love stuff like that, like ancient Egypt. The way they built these fucking pyramids that are bigger than the Statue of Liberty 5,000 years ago. It's like, what? You couldn't even... they didn't even have horse and cart back then. How did they do it? That's what gets me with this stuff like this. Building this into the side of a mountain or a big, massive... It's not a mountain, but you know what I mean? It just gets to me. It's incredible.
Hang on a sec. Hang on. Hello?
Alright?
Alright.
What's going on?
I'm just stood in front of the wonder.
Yeah?
That was a waste of time last night, staying with the bedwins.
Why?
He gave me lamb's eyes to eat. I slept on a hard floor all night, so I feel like shit.
Oh,
That's how I'm feeling. I mean, it looks all right. I'm sure if I was in a better mood, I'd big it up. I'm basically in the middle of a load of rock, and someone's carved it out, and it is amazing. But I don't know what more there is to say than that.
Got a detail on it.
You're spending the night in a cave, Carl, tonight.
What for?
What for?
What's the... What?
It's funny.
What?
It's funny.
But...
He's hung up!
Hello?
You bastard! He's called Steve.
It's Carl. I've just
rung
spoke
Steve
to
now.
Ricky.
I've just
He said,
spoke to
we're
Ricky.
staying in a cave tonight.
Yeah.
It's like a little kid. He's just spoke to his dad, and he's told him that he's got to do something that he doesn't like, or he's not going to get to do something that he does like. And now he's gone to Mummy. You know, that's what it reminds me. You know, he's hung up on Ricky, and now he's ringing Steve. Steve, do I have to do this? That's what it's like. It's like he's gone from Dad to Mum. Mum, Dad said that I had to, you know, wash the car or do my homework. Do I have to? That's what it's like. Poor Carl.
What's that about? Because I don't think he's taking this serious.
Well, no, I mean, I remember when we were chatting about it before you went there, you said how you'd rather be living in a hole looking at a palace than living in a palace looking at a hole. It was more about the view.
Yeah, you should have kept your mouth shut.
If that's what Carl wants, let's get him exactly what he wants.
No, but I didn't literally mean that's what I'd like.
You only seen one building, haven't you, so far? The ancient city of Petra is huge. It's spread over a vast area.
Look at that!
You know, see what else is happening. Have a good one, mate.
I mean, this is an all-time...
I'm sorry, I know this is a comedy show, but I just find that ridiculous. That is, look at that. It's just like rocks, cliffs, sheer rock cliffs. And they've built like a fucking building out of it. They've carved a building out of the side of it. It's just... I find that fascinating. Just look at the little details, these little staircases, you know, there and they... Oh, wow. See, everything that I've seen in this one, so I'd love to go there and do all this, but I don't travel, you know, I've got a bit of agoraphobia. Not much. I don't try. I used to as a kid. I went over fucking Europe, but nowadays I can't because of. But I'd love to just go here and see this. I'd just be stood there staring at it all day long. They'd be bringing the fucking security guards out to move me on. Look at it. Wow. I'm doing an exclusive series on the Patreon where I watch documentaries that I've never seen before, react to them. So if anybody on the Patreon knows of a documentary about this, please request it as a patron and I'll do it. I'd love to get some insight into how this was done, when it was done, how it was done, how long it took them, how many people died doing it, the purpose of it, all that kind of stuff. I need to learn about this. I'd seen, you know, the main thing that he went there to see, the thing that I said looked like that American building, but I haven't seen this before. I didn't know this was there as well. I thought it was just that one thing, which in itself is incredible enough. This is fascinating.
You know, see what else is happening.
Look how far it goes on.
I mean, this is an all-time low, I reckon.
Wow.
Of, I mean, life.
You barely mentioned the one.
That's what I'd seen before.
Well,
I'd seen that.
How can I stand there and go, oh, what a beautiful bit of work? When in the back of my head you're going, Carl, you're living in a cave tonight. I can't focus on that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Steve said I've got to find a fella called Ibrahim who's going to let me stay in his cave. It's been a long day.
How are you? How you doing?
So what do you put down as an address?
Jordan Petra, that's
Just
all.
Jordan.
That's never going to get to you.
Yeah, that's it.
You will be
And the
around.
postman would know.
Yes. Yeah, you know it.
And everything you order.
Yes.
When it
Really?
gets to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their cave.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
People live here. Living... So it's still a city. It's still... The Petra that was carved all those years ago, people are still living there. What? I didn't know any of this. This is like the Top Gear episode where they go to Vietnam and there's an entire town of people and they live on the water. It's like a floating town, you know, it's like modern, you know, there's a pub and things like shops. You sail around it in your boat. And they just, you know, wow, I love stuff like this. Discovering that these people are still living like this all these years later in this modern world. there's still people out there that choose to live like those, the you know, the people 50 generations before them, 100 whatever. I'd just love to hear about this. Wow.
Because I order stuff and get it delivered. Sometimes it doesn't turn up.
Yeah.
And I've got a postcode. That's amazed me more than the wonder.
Yeah.
That you can get post delivered. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
What facilities are in the cave?
We put the mattress, we make the fire, and we sleep wherever, between the sky and the land.
So it is just
Not like,
basic amenity. You get a mattress and a fire, that's it.
Ricky Colm says,
but that's all these people need.
Starts laughing. And I pictured the sort of caves you get in Wales where it's all sharp edges, really damp, and the sea comes in at some point in the night. I get here, decent size, dead warm, dead cosy. Nice touch with the candles.
He's enjoying it.
I tell you, I've seen houses that are worse than this.
Yeah.
I think I can sort of fit into this way of life. It is like a holiday, every day.
Well, he is a caveman.
Nice little holiday home, eating like this.
He is basically a caveman.
Having a drink. Suits me down to the ground, this.
Ricky
always says I'm a bit like, you know, a caveman, and I haven't really evolved. He says the shape of my head and the way my eyebrows come out a bit. But maybe that's it. Maybe I was born a bit late.
A bit late?
That was nice. See, we haven't all evolved, have we? It's just a few of us. I haven't got a clue half the time. I turn the tap on still and I go, how's water coming out of that? I'm lucky because I'm around because someone else has come up with it. But at the end of the day, if stuff was left down to me, I'd still be living in here. If I was lucky, you know, I don't know if I could come up with this. He just was saying how they used to do it. He said they put a hole in the rock, stick like a tree trunk in it, put water in, and the wood expands. Is that what you were saying? Yeah. Makes the hole bigger. There's no way I'd come up with that. I won't come up with that now.
Wow.
And yet they did that 3,500 years ago.
That's how old it is. He's snoring. Oh, they're sleeping outside.
Really?
You know, if I went there to this place, that's where I'd stay. I thought there was like an Airbnb in one of these caves. I'd stay in one of those caves. You know, I just love the idea of that. Spending a night in a cave, you know, a fire going, playing music, drinking, you know, listening to some of the locals that can speak English telling you stories, local legends that have been passed down from generations of their family that have lived there before them. I'd love to do that. I would love it. You know, you lot don't know me that well, but I am one of those people that enjoys, or would enjoy, doing that kind of thing. It's just simple, peaceful life, isn't it? It's just a nice, simple, peaceful way to spend your spare time or time off work, your holiday. You know, not every holiday has to be going to Ibiza, going to the nightclubs and getting pissed, or going wherever you're going in Europe, you know, somewhere modern and going to visit all the museums and seeing all the... Sometimes you can just go to a cave in Petra and just, you know, like this. And it's more relaxing. You know, because there's no stimulus. It's just you. Proper peace. I'd love this.
There's a cat mooching about now and again.
And there's cats!
Wandering in.
Is there dogs? If there's dogs, I'm set. I'll live there if there's dogs. That's all I need.
That was a good night.
Literally, all I need in my life is dogs. Dogs and my Xbox. That's it. And the YouTube channel, of course, and you guys. I'd need an internet connection and somewhere to plug my PC in, but yeah, apart from that, I'll be alright.
Best night since I've been here.
Yeah.
I'd do it again, you know, whilst I've been
in this part of the world, there's not many things that have happened that I'd say I'd do that again. But that, I would. So, yeah, I loved it. Really, really smart.
I bet you did. It's just peaceful.
I can imagine living at this time. I can picture myself just coming out of a little hole, just with a club, thinking, what am I going to do today? And it's easy to invent stuff back then because there was nothing else about. So anything you needed, you come up with it. What to dry my hands? I've just washed my hands. Do a towel. Everything.
Do a towel.
This soup's hard to eat. What a spoon. Do you know what I mean? Where you can't... You think of something now. You try and come up with something now that you need now. Came up with a see-through toaster. Do you know, because you always do that, you're thinking, is it done yet? And you have to keep pressing the spring and then you end up breaking it because you forced the spring open. See-through toaster. Went online, typed it in. It's already been invented. Dragon's Den back then would have been a piece of piss. Everybody who came in, that's a bloody good idea. Get it made.
That is true, though, and you know, especially for me as a content creator, as an influencer, because I'm not just a YouTuber, I'm on TikTok as well. I tried Facebook for a few years. I've still got my Facebook page, 40-odd thousand followers. But anything you come up with, somebody's already doing it, or it's been done. It's so hard to come up with something new these days. You see it in everything. All entertainment, it's there for everybody to see. You know, all music's starting to sound the same. All movies are starting to look the same and feel the same. Video games, TV shows, everything. Everything's been done. There's hardly anything left to do. Because everybody's rushing. Well, what can I do that's new? You know, we spent the last 300, 400 years thinking like that. I need to do something new that nobody's ever done before. And we are going to get to a point where there's just going to be nothing. Originality won't exist anymore. It's a shame.
30. Adair, the monastery.
Really hard to be unique today, these days.
It's Petra's grandest monument of all.
And one day it'll be impossible.
The name is the Arabic word for monastery. Do take advantage of this moment and immerse yourself in the magnificence and mysticism of this historic place.
Right.
Somebody's cooking something outside. That smells good.
I can't even go in it. That's ridiculous.
Save me a bit.
I mean, that's useless, isn't it? Who's put them there? I mean, look.
His leg.
The point is, you're sat in there, and that's your view over there. But if you look here, point proven. You're better off living in the hole, looking at the palace, than living in the palace.
Here we
at the hole,
go.
aren't you? So Ricky and Steve can say I'm a knob. I think that's my point proven, isn't it?
You are a knob.
But I wasn't just talking about buildings, I mean in life. Even being a good-looking person or an ugly one. In a way, you're better off being the ugly one and you get to look at nice things. You're looking at the nicer-looking people.
Well, yeah, that's my life, you know. That's how I see the world. I just see everybody else totally and 100% better looking than me. I'm just, you know... That's what it is, though, you know. If you're ugly, everybody just looks handsome to you. Don't let it get you down.
Well, about being ugly, how often do you look at yourself anyway? Same thing. Be the ugly one, look at the nice one.
Yep. Preach.
What's that? Who owns that? Why is the dog so high up? It's not going to show up, that dog, is it? Oh, fuck me. Jesus.
Oh, fuck me. Jesus. I love it.
Oh, fuck me. Jesus.
I can hear the cameraman laughing! Ah! Oh, God. I love you, Carl. Never change. And come back and do more of this. He's been retired for years, you know. He doesn't do anything anymore. Because he's not interested in this life. But I do feel he's exactly what the world needs right now. It's all doom and gloom. We need this guy to come back. Make us laugh again. Oh, God. Oh, I've got a message there, and I'll have to watch that. But, oh, that was just so funny. Well, you know, it was more... I'm getting really fascinated by this now. This episode, it was just so interesting and so... You know, seeing Petra, I've never seen it like that. It is just a really incredible place. So as I said, you know, the people on the Patreon with the documentary series that we've got going, find me a documentary on Petra and I'll do it for the Patreon series. If you'd like to, you know, see that series, then join the Patreon. We've got a lot going on there at the moment. But yeah, that was the Jordan episode of An Idiot Abroad. I really enjoyed it, guys. Really did. I'm just enjoying all of them so far, and I hate that it's been such a long time since I did the last episode. I'm going to try and rectify that, try and make them more regular. Now that I'm running out of most of the channel staples like Chewing the Fat, last episode of that, with a couple of specials to go after it. Last episode is still Gimme. We're at that point with them. You know, it needs to be done because there's hardly anything left on the YouTube channel. Plenty on the Patreon. Everything's on the Patreon now. That's the thing. You know, everything's going on the Patreon. That's where the most of the content's going now. That's why so much of the content recently has been all this random stuff like songs that turn 10 years old. That's why I decided to do the Nightwish reactions, because I didn't have anything to do. You know, the adverts and Limmy's show, that's the only reason that started. But I can't find episode 2 of the first series anywhere. So that's stopped now. Until someone can find me a place to watch the second episode of the first series, we can't carry on with that. So yeah, An Idiot Abroad will definitely become a much more regular thing now. Now that I'm running out of content. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I did. Great episode. Can't wait to watch this back with you all in the premiere. Well, by now I will have watched it with you all, won't I? So, I hope we had a good chat. I hope we all enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next one. I might do something for the Patreon as well after this. You know, something exclusive. Keep an eye out, just in case. I'll see how long it takes for this to upload. Or I could just make it while it's uploaded. It's going to take a while. Yeah, I might do something. You'll see. Alright. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.